Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome back to Beyond Your Radio's top 24 albums of 2024. This will be album number 9. Wait. Did you miss number 10? Woohoo! You need to go back because you got to go back for that Wham Bam State of the World garage punk banger that not only surprises but knows how to throw it down on like a one night stand, leaving you hot and heavy with contemplation and whatever comes next. So you want to, well, I guess do it all over again. Listen to that album again and then again. Quick statistic, so you know what to expect here from Beyond Your Radio and these shows. I've listened to 427 albums so far this year that are all brand new. That doesn't include the shows that we do and all the other things we do on this channel. So of that, there were about 830 some that I wanted to get to or put down notes to in my spreadsheets. Of that, there were 1,200 plus albums that if you just list them all. So, that's from day one of 2024 up until last weekend. And just so you know, I'm still listening to the albums. And this week, just yesterday, I listened to Screamo record that came out in March that I missed. Check that one out too. So as you can tell, I'm genre blind. It can be R&B, Screamo, rap, hip hop, blues, rock, stoner rock, psychedelic. It doesn't matter to me. It just as long as it's got that production and mindset and they're all in and they really care and it ain't AI. And well, again, I've listened to AI albums too this year. So I understand that you might not be in that all in wheelhouse of everything, but I do these 24 albums of 2024, just like I'll do the top 25 albums of 2025, just to let you know that these exists on the overall scheme from pop all the way to classical. And so that way you can explore it if you so choose to. So if it's not in your wheelhouse, that's okay. I completely understand. And of course, we'd like to know your top 24 as well. So this is the top 10 we're inside, and we're at number 9. So you can count on a little bit more description here and more discussion. So entering in at number 9 of the top albums of 2024, well, this is a legendary American jazz fusion and world guitarist, an acoustic maestro, as well as a composer in his own right. He took a monumental task here aside in a dual album going with both acoustic and electric, a complete cornucopia of sounds, familiar and fusion of flamenco to jazz rock and beyond, even into the Latin side of things. This is Al Di Meola's 24, which came out this year. It was reviewed on our album review Saturdays. When it comes to intricate acoustic guitar, Al Di Meola is world class. He is the first person that should come to your mind. He is an absolute stunning virtuoso in jazz flamenco, jazz rock, jazz fusion, in the capacity of being impossible to review any album of his that showcases his finger attachment as anything other than brilliant. The question is it more brilliant than the last or a little less brilliant? And that makes it difficult. But this album, when you're talking about double the pleasure, I couldn't pass it up. Al Di Meola should probably be in consideration as one of the greatest guitarists ever in the history of the world. But unfortunately, people like Rolling Stone love to put idiots on there who have no business being on there. And then there are people that do belong on there. So I would, if he's in the top 50, that's fucking crazy. Do you want an example? I figured you might, right? So enter 24 and you can go back to Opus. If you haven't and you want to enter these two albums, Opus from the year before, 24 right now. These are magnificently played, and this is why. And you can go back to his stuff way back that's still being loved today. The emotion, arrangements, and acoustic and electrical guitar here, fluctuations are intoxicating from a dance-like atmosphere, and then revelations that even go to a commonplace. There's no over-manufactured here. There's no regurgitation. It is great songs and a history of no repetition. This is the equivalent of, I remember Dan talking about Supernatural by Santana and stating that, that sold 11 million copies and broke the most Grammy recordings against over Thriller. Well, I want to put this easy so you understand. That's what this record is. This is how important it is. This is how gripping it is and how enjoyable it is to listen to it. It's that Latin sound. It's expansive. It's gripping. It's got acoustic. It's even sonic waves in it. It's 1 hour and 24 minutes of elegant production, detailed soundmanship as only he can do. And of course, the accessible guitar playing that lifts the ear, the spirit, and allows like a pass magically through it. That's effortlessly done. But he didn't need any special guests. You know, he just needed the people that were around him, the great musicianship people that it can just suck everything in. There is only one vocal on a song called Eden. But it's beautifully done. Some of the electronic could be considered ambient, maybe through the keyboard and programming, but that's another delightful touch to this record. That Demiola he continues to do that. And then into more electrified songs toward the end, like in the second half, which is Paradox of Puppet, the song title of the year, as far as I'm concerned. Paradox of Puppets, man. He's even writing songs. It's fantastic. 24 speaks volumes of music, styles, and compositions. The music and the maestro behind it never takes his mind or fingers off the pulse of the record. There's no throwaways. To conceptualize something this beautiful and dense and engrossing is another true mark of the musician and treasure that Al Di Meola is. I know that we often forget he's a Jersey boy. That's right. John Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Zakk Wylde, Trey Anastasio. Well, let's face it, of all those, pretty hard not to have Al Di Meola as the number one or number two, right? Listen to this album. It's nothing close to the level of brilliance that you would expect. It is absolutely, utterly brilliant. And it is our number 9 album of 2024, Al Di Meola's 24. What was your number 9 album of the year? Please let us know what you think of Al Di Meola's 24. Wow, a lot of 24s there. Hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. Articles, videos, podcasts coming very soon. All about albums, bands, artists, anything we can get our hands on. Of course, join me tomorrow for number 8. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching. Happy listening.